What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know I always keep it real. Let's get right into it, man. Man, I appreciate y'all. I had to go back to the waves. It was time. It was time, bro. And don't ever let me get a cleat top ever again. Because that joint was looking treacherous. Ain't nobody tell me nothing except my girl. She was like, you need to wear a do-rag. Get your brush. Go back to them ways. So I was like, all right, you mean? And I cut myself. You feel me? You feel me? But I had to just get back in the crib. You know, I was at the Eagles game. Turned up with my pop. Was in there. You feel me? Now we back in New York. Straight back to business. So I want to give y'all my takeaways from the Eagles versus Cowboys game, and then also what we can improve on and look to in the bye week, and then moving forward to this gauntlet that we have ahead of us in the Chiefs and the 49ers, the Bills, and the Cowboys again. So let's get into this episode. Number one. One of my first takeaway from the Cowboys and Eagles game, the Eagles versus Cowboys game, was the Cowboys and Cowboys fans are phonies. They try to convince themselves and the public we're a Super Bowl contender. We can hang with the big dogs. But they take moral victories when they should have won this game. You literally should have won this game. You were at the 6-yard line with 27 seconds left. First and goal. And you fold. I don't care what Dak Prescott did before. I'm sorry. What happens? They folded, bro. False start. Then a sack. Then delay a game. Now it's out of reach. Great teams don't do that. If I was a Cowboys fan, or if this happened to the Philadelphia Eagles, and we were at the 6-yard line, and we lost the game, I'd be mad as hell. Like, what? I ain't taking no moral victory, but what this tells me is that the Cowboys and their fans, they just want to be hanging with the big dogs. If the Cowboys and their fans just want to hang with the big dogs. They don't expect to beat the big dogs. They just don't want to get blown out like they did in prime time against the 49ers. But if they can just hang with the big dogs, just lose by 5 points, they're happy. That's not championship football. That's not a championship organization. That's a loser organization. That's a loser team. That's a loser fan base. And it's all facts. So that's number one. Cowboys and their fans are phonies. You can miss me with that, oh, we got a moral victory BS. You lost the game. You're 5-3, and we're 8-1. Miss me with that. Also, Dak Prescott played a really good game. Dak Prescott played a really good game. I tweeted, Dak Prescott has my respect. The reason why I said Dak Prescott has my respect was because he was throwing the ball all over the field, going up and down the field with virtually no running game. Right? That's impressive. I'd be a hater if I'd be saying that's not impressive. That's impressive. Here's the thing, though. Why are we praising Dak for doing what he's supposed to do? You're paid $40 million. And the bar is so low that instead of being the reason a team wins, being the reason your team wins, you have been relegated to well, let's just not be the reason we lose. That's sad. That's really sad. That now the Cowboys are at a point to where it's a win if Dak Prescott doesn't lose them the game like he did against the 49ers. Again, he had a great game, but he didn't get it done. So what are we talking about? Oh, well, Dak Prescott, he's a Super Bowl quarterback. If all the Cowboys struggles not on him, or whatever, like their success, and all of that is going to be predicated on Dak Prescott and all of that. Like, I'm just hearing all these crazy takes on one game. Literally, Sam Howell had a great game against the Eagles secondary. You can pipe down, you can calm down, and again, you still got that L. So that's what I want to say about the Cowboys. Like, this is just the phoniest fan base I've ever heard. Like, at least the Raiders, they know we're a loser organization. Like, at least the Texans, and again, C.J. Stroud's changing this mode, but at least they knew for a long time we're a loser organization. Like, certain organizations, they just know that. Certain fan bases, they just know that. The Jets, the Giants, they know we are a loser organization. The Cowboys fail to recognize that. I want to also get into the Eagles. One of my takeaways from this game is Jaylen Herz is 1 of 1. The all-time greats, I tweeted this, but the all-time greats, they play through injury. You don't think LeBron James, there's been times where he was playing on the court and he was injured? Michael Jordan, literally his most famous game is the flu game. He wasn't 100%. You don't think Tom Brady, there were times where he wasn't 100% healthy and he still got the job done? This is what the all-time greats do. So I'm not comparing Hurts to these guys or saying he's their stature as of yet. But what I'm saying is what Hurts did, and he was injured in the game. You knew that he was injured, but he still got the job done. That's a championship player. That's championship football. And the bye week could not have come at a better time for this guy. But he needs universal respect around the league for the performance that he had against the Cowboys. He knew that if Marcus Mariota came in that game, we would have lost that job. So we needed him to go ahead and get this win. Now we've really separated ourselves from the Cowboys. And the NFC East is locked up. It's locked up, bro. So we don't get that number 1 seed. It's locked up. So also adding on with Jaylen Herz, when is Jaylen Herz going to rightfully be in the MVP conversation? Every test that y'all said he would fail at, he's passed. He's actually got an A+. Went ahead and beat the Dolphins. That prolific offense, and oh my God, they're so great. Went ahead and beat the Cowboys. 8-1, best record in the league. Remember, since that Jets game that was so bad, oh my God, Hurts, turnover machine, all this stuff. What did I say? I said Jaylen Herz is going to come back from that game. He's going to have a great game. He's going to have a fantastic game. Like that, like talking about the games after the Jets game. Since that Jets game, since Hurts' worst game of the season, he's literally been playing unconscious. Like, look at his stats after the Jets game. MVP. So when the Eagles face this gauntlet of the Chiefs and the 49ers and the Bills and then the Cowboys again, and if he goes 4-0, y'all gonna hate me. Oh my gosh, y'all gonna hate me. If Jaylen Herz and if they go 4-0, matter of fact, F that. If they go 6-0, because they're already 2-0 against this gauntlet, right? Because they beat the Dolphins, they beat the Cowboys. If they go 6-0, oh my gosh, you better hand the MVP trophy to Jaylen Herz. Matter of fact, if they go 6-0, Hertz does not have to play after that second Cowboys game, and he should win MVP. That's what it should be. Because all I've heard this season was, hey, last year the Eagles' schedule was easy. This year, y'all not going to be as good because it's going to be a tougher schedule. So we're about to see. We're about to see. Because we're playing the Chiefs. That's a great team. Not going to downplay Mahomes and just what his makeup is. The 49ers, I ain't really. The only team out of these three in these next 4 weeks, the only team that is like, all right, is the Chiefs. And I'm like, all right, I really respect them for real. The 49ers, I don't respect them, bro. They're just phonies to me. They are phonies to me. They're phonies to me. The Bills, phonies to me. Straight phonies. But I think there'll be an extra level of motivation to beat the Chiefs because this was the team that beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Come on now. Come on now. So Jaylen Herz should rightfully be in this MVP conversation. And if and when he goes 6-0 or 5-1 in this gauntlet that y'all talked about, he should be at the top. All right, cool. Now I want to talk about this defense. Brandon Graham is amazing. I mean, Brandon Graham has been making plays since the last Super Bowl run. I'm not talking about last year. I'm talking about 2017. It's Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelce. Those are like the veterans, back from that 2017 Super Bowl winning squad. They're flat out amazing. Brandon Graham, now he's older, he can pick his spots. Because what's so special about this Eagles defensive line is they have a perfect mix of veterans that can mentor young guys and young guys that can play damn near every snap. And a guy in Brandon Graham who is still very effective can pick his spots when needed. So for him to have back-to-back sacks against the Cowboys when we needed it most is indicative of what he means to the Eagles, what he's meant to the city of Philadelphia, and his role on this team. It's a flat-out dog, bro. It's a flat-out dog. The secondary. The secondary is the weakness of this team. But hear me out. We just acquired Kevin Byard. Literally just acquired Kevin Byard, right? So what I'm saying is that, let the secondary gel real quick. We're still winning games despite the secondary being questionable. Let this secondary get a bye week. Let this secondary that had a huge acquisition to learn the schemes, learn the defensive play calling. I want to see what they do after the bye week, and I'll be very impressed to see what they do because I'm pretty sure against the Chiefs, they'll be much, much, much better. Much better. So I got faith in Reed Blankenship. I got faith in Darius Slay. I got faith in James Bradbury, and I got faith in Kevin Byard to go ahead and improve dramatically from what we saw against the Commanders a couple weeks ago, what we saw against the Cowboys. But again, don't panic. We good, bro. We're good. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. Let me know what you think about this Eagles team, your takeaways from the Cowboys or the Eagles versus Cowboys game, and let me know what should the Eagles improve on in the bye week. What should that be? And what do you think the Eagles record will be against this next schedule of the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Bills, and then the Cowboys again. Sure, like, comment, subscribe. Let's blow up this channel, bro. We're really about to go up, bro. Follow us on all social media platforms. That being said, y'all, it's Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know I always keep it real. I'm out, y'all.